Hello bookish people, welcome back to Amanda's Bookish Adventures, and we have another retelling vlog. I am starting this one early because we don't have all the books, and I don't even know when it's going up, so I only have one book for this one, and I'm hoping by the time you're seeing this, it's in March. So this retelling vlog is Sleeping Beauty, and the ones I chose are all queer, which I'm really excited. I want more queer retellings, and Malice is the first one. A Splintered I've had reserved at the library, which is another Sleeping Beauty, and then the Bone Spindle, that just came out this month in January when I'm filming, at least reading this one at the end of January, maybe a little bit early February. So I have that reserved too, so hopefully, because I only have two for, by the time you're watching this, the February one will be up. The Peter Pan retelling, I only have 2 books for that, and with this one I was like Sleeping Beauty, and then I was like there were some queer ones, so I was really excited. I think this one's the biggest one. I don't know how big the Bone Spindle is. I know A Splintered is not that big, so I know this is Sleeping Beauty and a Maleficent relationship, and I've been wanting to read it since this came out. I just have never felt the urge. When I started this retelling project, I was like, yes, now it's time to pick out Malice. Malice is in a duology too, and the second book does come out this year, so it is another perfect time to pick it up. So normally I love that. I'm just gonna read you like maybe the first sentences of this. Let me get to the first page, or part 1. This is when I really wish my stand didn't break, and then I could have just held my chapter. So it says, the golden bell above my door frame bobs twice. I rolled my shoulders against the needling ache that settles at the base of my neck whenever that damn thing sounds. After nearly a decade of hearing it, I've come to despise the bell's shrill, tiny clang, almost as much as the message it carries. A patron is coming. When it was first installed, my bell gleamed like those the Graces used in their parlors. But now, seeing as the servants conveniently forget to polish it, a molten green tarnish clings to the thing like a scaly skin. Fitting, I think, that I should have the ugliest bell in Lavender House when I am by the far ugliest creature living inside. This really intrigues me. I think we read most of it from Maleficent's point of view, or whatever the character's name is. I don't know. Let's see what the character's name is. So there's Princess Aurora, yeah, and then Alice, the Dark Grace. So I'm really intrigued. I'm probably gonna update you around 102. I'm really intrigued by this, and I'm hoping to love all of them. I think I will, but this one I'm really excited for, and I'm excited to at least, even if to get one book done for this vlog. Hopefully it doesn't, I think I could do it before the start of February, at least get this one finished, and then get started on a couple of the Peter Pan retelling, because that one's going to come first. But I had this one and I want to read it before I have to take it back to the library. So it is a big chunker, but I'm really excited. I do like this cover. I really, really love the UK cover, but I'm excited to see where we go in this. And yeah, so like I said, I will update you around page 100, 200, because of how big it is. It's about 400 pages, so maybe I'll just update you around 150. That's what I'm thinking. All right, I will see you just in a while when I get into this. So I got to 131 in Malice, and I know it's a Sleeping Beauty retelling, but it started off kind of like a Cinderella retelling, going to the ball, having a stepsister, or well, the other Grace Rose, rip her dress to shreds and like discredit her, like she was told she can't go to the ball unless she does all these errands. So yes, but I'm really enjoying this. It was really quick when I did get into it. I did on Sunday read 40 pages and got a headache, but I was able to pick it up today, and I have gotten to 131. I am going to stop for today because I have to get back to my other vlog, but it is so good. Aurora, meeting her, she's a badass. Like, honestly, I enjoy the Princess Aurora character. I'm enjoying reading from Elisa, Maleficent's character, enjoying where it's going. I enjoy the world. The writing is so good, and this was a debut, and I get nervous with debuts sometimes because you can read the first book and it's not so good, but you try a book later and they become a better author. She hit this out of the park, the author. Those first 130 pages are awesome. I have it sectioned to at least finish it in a couple days. I'm really, really enjoying this. So far, Alyssa, they're building a friendship, which I like. I just can't wait to get to the romance. But I love learning about Alyssa's people and how she's treated. She's treated awfully as a Grace. They treat her awful. They did experiments on her. So I can kind of see why she hates everyone. But Graces have laws because basically their magic, a lot of bad stuff happened to Graces, the first Graces, and now these Graces have a council and laws, but they get taxed. Like, the crown is making money off the Graces, and even though they call her the Dark Grace, they get a lot of money off of her. The Grace house she lives in, they make a lot of money off of her. The nobility is shot. I do like the shopkeeper you meet in like the first couple chapters, Hilda. I like her. I hope we get to interact with her more. I'm really enjoying this retelling. So I will pick it up tomorrow. I think I have like another 130 pages. I don't know. But I wish I could read it the rest of the day, finish it today, but I can't. But the second one I can pick up at the library, and it's a spindle splintered or whatever. It's really tiny compared to this. And I'm probably going to pick it up next Monday because I have till February 8th to pick it up because I want to be finished with this when I get that one. All right, that is it for this update, and I will definitely talk to you tomorrow. And I'm really super excited, and yeah, but I do have to get back to my other books and my other reading vlogs. But so far, by the 130 pages that I've read, I want to give it a 5-star. It was so intriguing, written well. I'm interested in everything. We'll see how the rest of the story plays out, though. I have an update. I got 238 of Malice, and that makes me halfway. I have some theories, and there has been some developments. We did get to see that shopkeeper that I want to interact. I think the shopkeeper has a secret, and there has been parts, and this is just a theory with the shopkeeper, that it connects with, if you've read the book, I'm not going to spoil it, that it connects to something that she's already heard. Now, I did get to see her interact with Aurora's parents. Okay, so the queen, I worry about the king. I don't like him. I don't even like the queen, but I definitely don't like Aurora's dad. Now, she is learning how to use her powers differently, and that's been really interesting to see, and she's learning more about the Veil history. But, like, parts are making sense in my head. I read these pages really fast, and I had to reread the chapter I ended on because after I ended that, Polathon happened a couple days later, so I was not even able to pick this back up. So, and I had to watch the other vlog clips of me talking about what happened. Aurora's really worried about her curse, and when you learn more about it and like secrets her family's had, like in these last couple chapters, we've learned secrets from other previous queens, and it's been really good. Now, I am worried. Elisa's has been developing hints of feelings. I don't know if we'll get to see the full romance. I want romance with them. It's what I've been excited about with this whole book. I'm extremely enjoying it, and I understand the pace. But I think I would have liked to at least had a couple chapters of Aurora so we could get in her head. But I don't know. This is a duology. Maybe the second one we do get chapters of Aurora, or we read it completely from Aurora's point of view, which I doubt, but either way. The world is fascinating. I honestly think once this duology wraps up, that the author could potentially have more retellings with kingdoms outside of this kingdom. I think it's called the Kingdom of Briar, but I might be wrong. Even though I just read it, I think it is Briar. But it is really intriguing, and we're talking more about her history and stuff and her abilities when she was a child. And we're learning more about the Light Fae, which I found really intriguing. Now, there is a character I'm not going to spoil, but if you read this book, you kind of know what character I'm talking about. Should I be worried? I am worried, but I have anxiety with that character. I love Elisa and I love Aurora. And I want more romance, and eventually I'm pretty sure we'll get there. But this world has developed really good, and I don't want to put it down, but I am filming some other vlogs that I need to be filming. I do have the other 2 books for this video, but I need to check. I want to finish this one tomorrow because I think I have to return one back to the library, and it's a really short one, so I think I'm going to finish this tomorrow. I don't even want to put it down now, but I do have to at least start those other 2 books. Maybe I'll pick this back up tonight. I don't know. But I'm really enjoying this. If you have read it, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear what you think, or if you're excited for the sequel. I am. I'm so excited. I don't know if you've watched my Pull-a-thon vlog. I read the Birch Kingdom and the Trader's Blade back to back. And that made such a big difference that I do eventually I want to own this book and I want to own the sequel. I think it'd be beneficial to reread them together so I get the whole story. I think that'd be fun too. So this is definitely getting to, like, I want to own the book. So that's very good. So that makes me think it's not going to be a 3-star. It might be a 4. I'm not sure. It could possibly end up being a 5-star. We'll see. I'll update you either later tonight or tomorrow, but I do have to start those other books for the other vlogs, so I'll see you in a while. Hi, so my throat's sore, so I won't be talking a lot. I have finished Malice, and I have given it a 5-star. But I checked out some reviews for the second one in the duology, and people are rating it roller. I don't know how, with the way this ended, how the second one could be, how it will be. I am nervous, but this is another, I think in the UK this is classed as an adult. They made ACOTAR go to adult because of certain scenes and stuff. This should be adult. It should not be in the YA section. That's all I'm going to say. I really enjoyed it. I loved Alyssa. I loved Aurora. And I couldn't even, like, the plots, like, I didn't even know that happened towards the end were really good. I did not see them coming. And I'm excited for book 2, but I am extremely nervous to see how that will end. But I'll be reading that in a week vlog because this is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. That makes me nervous for another one of these books in this vlog. But the next one I'm going to read is A Spindle Splintered, and I could probably finish this today before I even go babysit for the day. So I'm really excited about this one. It's another queer one. And from what it's about a girl who has sickness like Sleeping Beauty, and her best friend throws her a party, so it is a Sleeping Beauty retelling, but I'm intrigued to see how well it does because of how short it is. Now the one I'm really nervous about, it's another Sleeping Beauty, but it's a start for a duology, right? And this is just a brand new release of this year. So I'm nervous about this. The Bone Spindle. It's the last week of February. I scrapped doing a retelling vlog. I've been slumping a lot. So I could post this in February, but by posting it March, it gives me another video for March, and then I'll do the Peter Pan retelling in April. But plus this is queer, and they're really pretty. Like, all the covers are really pretty. And yes, this is a pretty cover, but the UK cover for this is amazing. I can't wait to see the UK cover for the second one. But I do get nervous because this is a start for another duology. And I'm wondering if a duology for if I should change how I do these reading vlogs. If the retellings are a duology, should I wait till both of them are out and read them back to back? Would that be better? I don't know. But mostly I'll be trying to find, from now on, I hopefully will be trying to find some that are standalones. That is easier, and yeah, I'm nervous, but I am excited to get into this. This was released last year. It's my first Alexi Harrow, and I plan on reading her debut soon in the next couple months, but I'm excited because this is short. Yeah, but if you've read any of these, let me know, or if you have the same thoughts about, like, if I should change it, if it's a duology, should I wait for the sequel and read them back to back? I would love to know. But yeah, it makes me feel better that this is going up in March, because that's just some more content for March, and maybe I'll just enjoy this week, because it is Monday, the last week of February. Maybe I'll just enjoy. I haven't even started the vlog for the week that this is. I just wanted to finish Miles because I kept having to put it down, and it had nothing to do with the writing. It was because of readathons, and I was slumpy. So 5-star, this is absolutely amazing. Now, I can't wait to get in this, but I do like Aurora's character in the Maleficent. I think out of all of them, that is the only one that is Aurora and Maleficent. I don't think the other ones are, but they are Sleeping Beauty retellings, and they're queer, and I want more of those queer retellings. I think it'd be cool. And I've kind of noticed this vlog is going to be long, so oh well. Okay, so I finished my second Sleeping Beauty retelling, Spindle Splintered, and I figured because of how short it was, I wouldn't update you guys when I was halfway. I'd just get through it, and I've been sick, so I think it was only yesterday I finished Malice, but I am giving this a 4-star. I enjoyed it. So when you get into it, basically Zina, I think that's her name, her whole life, she knew she was going to die around the age of 22. She has a genetic disease. There is no cure. She was obsessed with Sleeping Beauty, the fairy tale. And her best friend has spent her whole life trying to find a way to save her best friend. So Charm who's the best friend, throws her a party, and she gets sucked in to another dimension and meets Prim, the Sleeping Beauty, and they go on an adventure, and it was so cute, and the romance was cute, but you didn't get a lot of it. I think there was only like maybe 30 pages of the romance, but that's okay. I enjoyed the story in a whole, and there is going to be a sequel. And it's going to be Zinnia's journey to other dimensions, I believe. But I think I heard the next one is Snow White. I don't know, because the way this left, I'm trying not to spoil it, because it's really short. And I absolutely adored it. When I got out of a shower, and after it was like maybe 40 pages in when I got into the shower. I felt so well enough to finish it, and I really enjoyed this, and I'm excited to read the bone, whatever, I showed it to you yesterday. I still have that, so I'm gonna start that tomorrow, but I might just get halfway and like read you guys the first paragraph, but I did not do that with this one, so I figured I will read you the first paragraph. But the illustrations, it felt like reading a fairy tale, like a little kid fairy tale. It was so written well, and I probably would have given it a 5-star, honestly, if it was a bit bigger. So it makes me intrigued by Alexi Harrow, and I know she has a full novel out. So I think I'm gonna try to get that checked out from the library and read that soon. So it says, Sleeping Beauty is pretty much the worst fairy tale any way you slice it. It's aimless, immoral, chauvinistic as shit. It's the fairy tale that feminist scholars cite when they want to talk about women's positivity in historic narratives. She literally sleeps through her own climax, as one of my favorite gender study professors used to say. Double and Trell fully intended. Jezebel ranked it as the least woke Disney movie at all time, which in a world where The Little Mermaid exists is really saying something. Ariel might have given up her voice for a dude, but Aurora barely used hers. She has a grand total of 18 lines in her own movie. Fewer than the prince, the villain, or any of the individual fairy godmothers, and I won't read anymore. Now, they did talk in this book a lot about Disney. I enjoyed it. I absolutely loved the writing, and like I said, if it was a bit longer, I probably would have given it 5 stars, but it's such a high 4, and I don't know, the more I think about it, I haven't rated it on Goodreads. I think it is 5 stars because of how I'm versed in the story and this. Sorry, my cold, in the fairy tale and the dimension, and it explains stuff so fluently. And for it being a short novel, it was enough. It was absolutely beautifully enough. I would have liked it longer, but that's because I love retellings, and I would have loved to gotten more of the romance. But we did get a lot of pages, and I'm excited to see the characters she'll meet in the second one. And I think the second one comes out somewhere in June or May or something, so I'm excited to check that out. I do plan on getting this. I'll probably buy a used edition. It's probably cheaper, depending, but I absolutely adored this. So I'm going to let you go and read a graphic novel before bed. But yeah, I did enjoy it. For it being short, it's really well written. It's definitely a 5-star. And it's beautiful. The illustrations are really beautiful, and it made it feel like a fairy tale. Okay, so I have an update. I did start the bone spindle and I got to 44. And then I had a coughing fit, this cold. I'm really sick when I first wake up. I try to read this when I first wake up. I'm feeling fine right now, so I'm going to try to get to 200. Realistically, I need to finish this tonight because I'm going to the library tomorrow. But before we go into it, I promised to read the first paragraph. So, excuse the sick voice. In a faraway time, in a great kingdom of magic, a baby was born to the last king and queen of Endar. Their first child has been blessed with extraordinary magic. Their second was great wisdom and intelligence. But the third child was sickly, hovering on the edge of death. His mother named him Briar Rose, after the wild flowers that thrived in the forest hollows, which bloomed even in the darkest shadows. So I don't want to give much. That is the start of the prologue. And like I said, I'm on page 44 before I had that coughing fit. And it's kind of hard to talk. My asthma's kind of kicking in. So, it is a debut. It is her debut. And it's funny, I think Mouse was a debut as well. So they're both Sleeping Beauty retellings. They're both queer. I'm loving this. Now, Malice I wanted to read from Aurora's perspective as well. I have read from Fee's perspective and Shane's, and I'm really enjoying. They're not the same characters. They have both different voices, and before I got cut off, like I said, they have both different voices, and you can tell strongly what character you're reading from. So I do like that. It doesn't blend in. I haven't got confused so far of what character I'm reading. The world system is really cool. From what I've seen, the history system's really cool. If you read the whole prologue, there's a lot going on the prologue. It's really cool, and I'm enjoying the writing. The sad thing is, I wanted to see when the second one was going to be released. I know it's not going to be in this year, but it's released next February, the 3rd, and I think this was released in February too. Maybe even, I think this was released in January, so a whole year. Now, I am enjoying the writing. I'm enjoying the characters. we are getting to the part of the part of the Sleeping Beauty, or at least a big part of the book. Because it's a debut and a brand new book, I don't want to say much. I will say a lot of stuff, like I'm enjoying the characters. They have history. Thea and Shane have met outside of the book. They did other jobs they've talked about, but they don't talk about those jobs, so maybe we'll get more into that in the story, but they have met before the beginning of the story, so it's going to be interesting to see if they do play out, if they talk about those other jobs. I'm going to keep getting out, but Louie, say hello. I'm going to watch a little more of my TV show. I'm going to try to get some reading in. Hopefully I don't have another coughing fit. Okay, so I am temporarily DNFing the bone spindle. I'm going to turn it back to the library, and the reason is I have read 2 back-to-back, Malice and the other, like a Spindle Splintered. I think the best way to do these retelling projects is if I read one over the weekend and then have other stuff I read throughout the week, so I'm not in my head constantly. I'm just going to buy this. The writing's really great, so I know I'm just going to buy it, and then I'll probably do another Sleeping Beauty retelling or read it during a week vlog, because what I've read I really have enjoyed. It's just I read 2 back-to-back. So for next month in March, because this is coming in March, I'll be filming the Peter Pan one. I am going to be reading them every weekend, at least one of them, or in between. I'm not going to read them back-to-back. I'm going to be reading them with other stuff to see how it is, if it's better for my brain, so I'm not always constantly, and maybe I'll even like do like a limit for doing 2 a month, or even just 1 specifically, so I'm not constantly so I just don't get bored with the retellings. But that is it for this retelling vlog. I do recommend this from what I read. It is really good, and I plan on getting it really soon. If you've read any of these books, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!